पंजाबी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंतर्राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष सरदार विक्रमजीत सिंह सानी पद्मश्री, WPO के चीफ मेंटर सरदार त्रिलोचन सिंह, जनरल JJ सिंह और यहाँ उपस्थित अन्य हमारी कम्युनिटी के वरिष्ठ लीडर्स और हमारी दिल्ली भारतीय जनता पार्टी के अध्यक्ष और मेरे मित्र और साथी मनोज तिवारी जी, मैं आप सबका धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूं कि आज आपने यहां आके मेरे बारे कुछ अच्छे शब्द कहे। Ladies and gentlemen, I want to acknowledge others, a very strong contingent from my from the Foreign Service, from the Ministry of External Affairs. I don't know whether you are here because you are members of the World Punjabi Organization or you are here out of friendship and solidarity with me. I also see friends from my school days. We go back to what, 1966. And most of all, I feel overwhelmed by the welcome that I am receiving because there is an underlying irony in this. My parents came to New Delhi as refugees. They, I think, had to spend, at least my father initially had to spend some time in a refugee camp before they recovered parts of their lives. And for me to be appointed Minister for Housing and Urban Affairs 70 years later is, I think, not so much a tribute to me as to the fact that a child of refugees could make it in modern India. I think that is the message. And that is the spirit in which I view this appointment. Now, on occasions like this, we all say nice things about each other, but I think I should provide a perspective. The dynamic facade lighting on North and South Block was work in progress much before I arrived on the scene. It just so happened that the Prime Minister had taken the decision, and I happened to be the minister when it was implemented. And when we did it, we were having some difficulties in doing it in Rashtrapati Bhavan. And I happened to have the privilege of sitting next to the Prime Minister, and I asked him, and he very graciously said we should not only do it there, but by also in India Gate. So that is the 31st December deadline that Vikramjeet Singh ji was mentioning. But I want to share one or two thoughts with you. I know some of you will not forgive me because I'm standing in the way, long speeches, and then there's a very good dinner which is awaiting you. But let me still say it. What distinguishes a Punjabi from others? And I don't mean the turban, because I think you don't have to wear a turban to be a Punjabi, but turban is also an essential part of the Punjabi ethos, the Punjabi spirit. One, I think, is largeness of heart. The ability to live life fully, the ability to help others, the tradition of seva. No matter where there is a natural calamity, and I'm very happy to see my friends from my youth there nodding with me, that spirit of give. I mean, there is a hurricane in the United States, you have a Sikh or a Punjabi group offering langar. I think success, both material success and the ability to build urban spaces, that stands demonstrated. If you look at the history of New Delhi, who built New Delhi? Some of the contractors were people who had come from across what is now Pakistan, and Sir Sobha Singh and several others. I think that is living testimony to the Punjabi spirit. But more than that, Manoj ji, आपने बताया पंजाबी म्यूजिक का भारतीय संस्कृति, बॉलीवुड पे असर, भोजपुरी के साथ उसकी इंटरमिंगलिंग, But that is the richness of our culture. And it is not one way, it is a traffic which goes both ways. But you know, when I look at where we are today, there are two ways of looking at us. One is that we are a great success story amongst all post-colonial societies. That we have, you know, we are the world's largest democracy, we have a $2.5 trillion economy, we have achieved all kinds of successes. That is the positive narrative. Then there is a narrative which is not so positive, which is that we still have more poor people than all the least developed countries of the world put together. And that is where what the Prime Minister is doing, and I think with some considerable success, three of his flagship programs which assume importance. One is Swachhta, Swachh Bharat Mission. The other is affordable housing, housing for all. And the third is the Smart Cities project. Because I think unless these three projects succeed, India will not make it to the big league. I think in some respects it's our last chance. Somebody said, what is a foreign service officer doing in a ministry like urban affairs? So I had a quick answer. I said, the last job I seem to have done on the periphery was to deal with the 2030 agenda, which is the Sustainable Development Goals. And I said the urban local bodies which we are trying to empower, deal with 15 of those 17 SDGs. So there must be something that I have done there which gives me an insight into this. मनोज जी, आपने कहा कि हमने जो पिछले 2 हफ्ते में इकट्ठा काम करने की कोशिश की है, I would have looked at issues of Delhi in any other portfolio also, but I think it pains me when I see the kind of congestion which is taking place in this city. And we have been sitting with our elected members of parliament, with the mayors, with all the others to find solution. One of the first people I consulted, or rather I had the privilege of a conversation, was Isharji. And I'm looking for ideas, because you can have a successful city, but if it gets choked, and you need a holistic solution, you need to be able to build housing for all, and that's one of the Prime Minister's scheme. On Swachhta, make no mistakes, Mahatma Gandhi said in 1916 that sanitation is more important than even political freedom. So if we cannot deliver the Swachhta pledge by the 75th anniversary, which is 2019 of his birth, we frankly have a major failing on our hands. Similarly, we can no longer uproot slums and take them 200 kilometers away. We need to be able to build affordable housing on an in-situ basis. जहाँ पे वहाँ पे लोग बसे हुए हैं, वहीं पे हमें करना होगा. अच्छा, I don't believe in free meals and good occasions like this. So I want to turn this to a little bit of selfish purpose. I think हमारे गुरुद्वारों में, हमारी कम्युनिटी में लंगर की सेवा, सोने की ईंटें, ये तो बहुत आई थिंक बड़ी सफलता से ये इम्प्लीमेंट की जा रही हैं. पर मैं आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा, वो ये कि आप हमारी कम्युनिटी के सक्सेसफुल एंटरप्रेन्योर्स और बिजनेसमैन हैं. आपने नाम कमाया है, आपने बाबे दी मेहर नाल पैसा भी कमाया है. हुन थोड़ी जी इट्स पे बैक टाइम. And by payback time, I don't mean to put any burden on you, but I think the World Punjabi Organization has to do more in terms of the needy children of our community. I think if you look at building if you build a property, ki kehndे ne location, location, location. जगह चंगी ढूंढो तो बाद बाकी वो value बढ़ जाती है. In nation building or anything else, it has to be education, education, education. I think the kind of work which I see now, I am a disciple, I go to Darbar Sahib. On an average, rose kitna lakh bandya no lakh plus is the langar offering. They are doing a lot of good work on education also, especially you mentioned, you know, the girls from our community who need help, etc. But I think that effort can be multiplied. But we also need to step on the gas when it comes to affordable housing. We still have in Punjab, in many of the districts, we have communities where there is a lot of scope for toilets to be built, for affordable housing to be built. The jehdi hun sarkar schemes de rahi hai, utilizing government land plus subsidy which will be provided by the government, ranging from 1.5 lakh to 2.5 lakh rupees, I think very easily under your corporate social responsibility norms, you can step in. So I will be bothering you as we go along to request you individually and collectively through your organizations to have some showcase projects. ਤੁਹਾਡੀ reach ਤੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਨਹੀਂ, World Punjabi Organization, I know you have as your members some very prominent figures in the UK. I have known them personally on the west coast of the United States. I would through you like to send an appeal to them also, that they should contribute to these flagship programs, if not in a very big way, at least in a symbolic way, because I think we owe that to our community, to our collective legacy. And I want to conclude with one comment. I'm deeply humbled